Fennmont is sure to become one of your favorite sweaters. It is a stunning top-down yoke design. It's so comfortable, it's so cozy, and it's that perfect everyday design that you will want to reach for again and again. This beautiful sweater design is all about the process. The rhythmic repeating rows, the simple stitches, trying it on as you go, watching the colors as they shift into the neck, and feeling the yarn as it glides through your fingers. It's such an enjoyable knit with mainly knit stitches and a few purl ridges. Although you could make this in one color and it would be gorgeous, we do have two versions to show you, each made in 3 colors. This version used our luxurious Buttery Sport yarn, and the colors really reminded me of a crisp fall hike. I love this gorgeous warm tone. It reminds me of crunchy fall leaves. And this beautiful middle color is sort of like a gray taupe, and that reminds me of gray fall skies. And then I also love this beautiful smoky blue color that reminds me of rivers or babbling brook. This lovely yarn has a very fine micron Superwash Merino Wool, so it is very soft and luscious next to the skin. It's also very squishy and it holds its shape really well and has beautiful stitch definition. And the version that I'm wearing is a 3-color gradient that uses our twisted tweed sport weight yarn. I love how it fades from dark to light, just like a fading twilight sky. This yarn base is so unique. It's actually 2 different types of wool twisted together. It's Superwash Merino Wool and non-Superwash Merino Wool, and they each take the dye very differently, so that results in a really cool barber pole twisted look. It's just so modern, it's so hip. Also, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and go ahead and leave us a comment so that we know you were here, and we're gonna pick someone soon and send you a pile of our luscious hand-dyed yarn. You can download this beautiful pattern and get the yarn at expressionfiberarts.com. And of course, while you're there, make sure you sign up for email updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. So to make this pattern, you are gonna need to know how to work a provisional cast on for the neck. We do have a video on how to do that in our Prairie Ghost cowl if you wanna watch that, but let's do a quick refresh. To work your provisional cast on, I'm going to show you how to do it flat, but it's virtually the same in the round. So you're going to start with a slip knot and pop that onto a crochet hook. Then go ahead and grab your knitting needle and place the yarn underneath. Then to work your first stitch, go ahead and reach across your needle with your hook, grab the yarn and pull it through your loop. And there's your first stitch cast on. Then go ahead and take your yarn, wrap it underneath your needle, and do the same movement. Grab your yarn, pull it through your little loop. Then you're just going to continue on, wrapping the yarn under your needle, grabbing it and pulling it through, wrap it behind, create another stitch, wrap it behind, create another stitch. Nice and rhythmic, so just go ahead and work as many as the pattern calls for. I'll just do a few more. And it really is that simple. So when you've cast on as many as you need, I like to go ahead and actually chain a few more stitches just to give yourself some lee room. Then go ahead and give that a cut. And you can just leave that like so. So I've gone ahead and worked a couple more rows with my actual yarn. The purple yarn can just be scrap yarn. And then when you've worked this part and you're ready to come back and pick up your provisional stitches, all you need to do is start pulling on this, and you can see here's a live stitch that you'll then want to pop onto a needle. Grab the next one, pop the next one onto your needle. And as you continue pulling, you can see all those beautiful little live stitches that you can then work off of. Once you've worked that, you're going to work the yoke of the sweater, and then you're going to need to separate the sleeves from the body. So to show you how to divide the sleeves from the body, I've made an adorable little miniature yoke. So yours will be much bigger, but these are the shoulders, and then we're going to separate out the body stitches from the sleeve stitches. So to divide the sleeves for the body, you're going to go ahead and work the number of stitches that the pattern states for your size. So these are the body stitches. I'll just work this many. So those are our body. Now what you're going to do is put these next sleeve stitches onto a holder. So I like to just take some scrap yarn and go ahead and slide those onto that, because we're going to come back to these later after we've finished our body and work these sleeves. So you can go ahead and tie that if you like. Make sure those stitches are secure. But for now, they can just hang off. Okay, so we're gonna basically ignore those. Now we want to cast on some more stitches. So you can use either the backward loop method or the knitted cast on method to cast on however many stitches for your size the pattern says. I'll just do the knitted cast on method. So insert your right needle as if you're gonna knit. Go ahead and basically knit that stitch, but you're gonna go ahead and twist your needle like so and place that onto your left needle. And continue doing that. There's one. There's two. I'll do one more. And there's three. So that's how you work the knitted cast on method. Then go ahead and turn back around. Okay. So now we're going to work the body stitches. So if that was the back, these are going to be the front. I am doing the magic loop method right now, so you won't be doing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and work the stitches for the back. So again, you're going to follow the pattern for your size. However many stitches it says to cast on for your size, or to knit for your size, go ahead and work those stitches. And I'll just stop there. Then you're going to take more scrap yarn and you're going to go ahead and slide your sleeve stitches onto your scrap yarn. Boop, boop, boop. And make sure these are nice and secure. Tie your scrap yarn in a big loop. That's what I like to do to keep those secure. Go ahead and tie that off. And then again, you're going to cast on some more stitches like we just did. So go ahead and turn around and work either the backwards loop method or the knitted cast on method. I'll just do the knitted cast on method again. I like that cast on quite a bit. So there you go. So here's our cute little miniature sweater. Here's our body stitches. We've got our front and our back. And then these are our sleeves that we've separated out. So when you come back, you're going to place these onto your needle and you're going to go ahead and knit in the round. And just make sure those are secure. You don't want those unraveling. Then you're going to work the body in the round all the way down and you're going to finish that off with some ribbing. Then you're going to pick up the stitches for the sleeves. You're going to work those in the round and finish with some ribbing for the cuffs. And then finally, you're going to pick up the provisional stitches you had at the beginning for the neck and you're going to work the neck ribbing as well. And I do recommend on this pattern that you read through the whole thing before you start, as you're going to have several things happening at once. You're going to be repeating the garter ridge pattern throughout this sweater. It is very simple. You work 7 rounds of knit stitches and then a round of purls. And that's how you get this beautiful repeating ridge throughout the sweater. You are going to be increasing throughout the pattern, and the pattern calls for a make one. So you can use a make one left, a make one right, or a combination of both. Here's how you work both. To work a make one right, you're going to grab this bar that's here between your stitches and you're going to plop it up onto your left needle like so. Then so we don't have a big hole, you want to go ahead and actually knit into the front of that. So you've just created a new stitch out of the bar between your other stitches. So then I'll knit a few and then let's make one left. To make one left, it's very similar, but instead of placing it like this, you place that bar between the stitches like so. And again, we don't want to knit into the front here because that might make a big hole. We're going to actually go ahead and give it a twist by knitting into the back of it. And that is a make one left. We're also going to be doing some decreasing throughout the pattern. You're going to need to know how to work the standard knit two together and a slip slip knit. So here's how you do that. For your decreases, when you come to the knit two together, very standard, just knit those next 2 stitches as if they were 1 stitch. So you just knit them together and 2 stitches become 1. And then to work a slip slip knit, you're going to grab the next stitch and slip it like so. Slip the next one in the same way. And then insert your left needle under both of those and knit them. And that is a slip slip knit. So you've also turned 2 into 1. You're also going to be changing colors throughout the pattern. And this is very simple. When you get to the color changes, you're going to work 2 rounds in the new color, 2 rounds in the old, two in the new, two in the old, and then proceed with your new color. I hope all of that was helpful for you in making this comfy sweater. Do have a hop on over to Ravelry and look at all the amazing different versions of this. So inspiring. I love seeing all of the different colors. Have a cozy time knitting this scrumptious sweater, and I hope to see you next week. Bye!